A week ago, I reviewed James Wan's spine tingling supernatural horror flick of a terror tale that is Insidious. Now, let's talk about its sequel, Insidious Chapter 2. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2013 supernatural horror flick Insidious Chapter 2, released by Film District, produced along with Stage 6 Films, Entertainment One, and Blumhouse. Directed by James Wan once again. This is the second installment of the Insidious franchise and the fourth in terms of the series' in-story chronology. Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne return as Josh and Renee Lambert, a husband and wife who seek to uncover the secret that has left them dangerously connected to the spirit world. The film was released on September 13th, 2013. And, well, apparently this did actually better than the first film did, despite getting mixed reviews. So, before I go ahead and get into the story, if you have not seen my review of the first Insidious, I advise you to click on that card before going to this one, so that way you can hear my thoughts in the story on this in case you might have missed it, or if you'd like to see it again if you'd like. Alright, now I do it. Now, on with the story. In 1986, Lorraine Lambert summons demonologist Elise Rainier to help her son Josh, who is being haunted by the spirit of an old woman in a black bridal gown. While searching for paranormal phenomena in their home, Elise's arm is slashed by an unseen but physical force. She insists that they must suppress Josh's astral projecting abilities for his own safety and plant altered memories in his brain. 24 years later, Josh's wife, Renee, is being questioned by a detective about the death of Elise. She's warned that if Josh's fingerprints are found at the crime scene, he'll be charged with Elise's murder. Josh, Renee, and their children, Dalton, Foster, and Callie, temporarily relocate to Lorraine's house, where they begin to encounter eerie paranormal events again. Dalton tells his mother that he has been having nightmares about a woman in a white dress, as well as hearing Josh talk to an unseen figure. Renee receives a call from the police stating that the fingerprints did not match Josh's. A ghostly woman in a white dress then attacks Renee, and Josh hears a voice urging him to kill his family. Specs and Tucker, Elise's former associates, show Lorraine a videotape of the 1986 investigation, enhanced to reveal an adult Josh standing behind the young Josh. They contact Elise's former colleague, Carl, who attempts to contact Elise's spirit. They are instructed to find answers at an abandoned hospital where Lorraine used to work as a physician. Lorraine recounts the story 25 years ago when a patient named Parker Crane, who was admitted for trying to castrate himself, had assaulted a then young Josh. She saw Parker some days later, and when she asked the nurse why he was out of bed, the nurse was perplexed, then stunned. She then told Lorraine that he had jumped to his death the day before. The group goes to the Crane family home, where Lorraine is attacked by the spirit of Parker's mother, Michelle, who calls herself Mother Mortis. She is the spirit Carl had summoned and mistakenly believed to be Elise. The group finds a secret room containing numerous corpses, a black wedding gown, and newspaper clippings. Carl touches the gown and discovers Parker had been a serial killer known as the Bride in Black, who abducted and murdered 15 women while dressed as a woman. Parker had been forced to kill his victims at the behest of his mother's spirit. Josh's body begins to slowly deteriorate The longer Parker's dad's soul occupies it, and Renee realizes Josh is possessed, Lorraine insists that they all get away from Josh. Carl, Specs, and Tucker arrive to drug him, but he gains the upper hand and incapacitates them instead. Carl awakens in the spirit realm, the further, where he meets the spirits of the real well, actually the real Josh and Elise. The time moves non-chronologically there, and Josh is able to communicate with himself as a child to locate Parker's house in the further. Now for the final acting and ending, you know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video, go to the description box below, fast forward to the time below. As I count down now, if you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Meanwhile, in the physical world, the possessed Josh ambushes Lorraine and Renee. After locking Lorraine in a closet, Josh pursues Renee and attempts to strangle her. He is then hit over the head by Dalton, who has just returned home with Foster. Renee escapes to the basement with the children, and Dalton voluntarily enters the fur to help his father. There, Josh and the others find Parker's house where they witness Michelle abusing him and forcing him to act like a girl. Elise saves Josh and appears to destroy Michelle's spirit, which stops the possessed Josh from murdering his family in the real world. Carl and Josh escape, and Dalton leads them back to the living world, allowing Josh to finally regain control of his body. The Lambert family is finally reunited with Josh and Dalton once again, having their memories suppressed by Carl. Sometime later, Specs and Tucker arrive at the house of a family whose daughter, Allison, is in an inexplicable coma. No one but Allison's younger sister can see Elisa's spirit, who is first seen standing behind Specs and Tucker, due to the potential ability of astral projection. Elisa's spirit then passes between them and enters Allison's room. There, a terrified looking Elise is confronted by an unseen figure behind Allison as a creaking sound is heard in the story. So, what did I think of Insidious Chapter 2? Well, I just watched this one time just a while ago today. I am going to say, well, I thought it was pretty frightening and eerie, just like the first one was. I mean, I'm glad it continues after the events of the first film. Now, of course, the next film, of course, and the fourth one would serve as prequels to the first two. As I said earlier, this is the fourth film in the series in story chronology. So when the film was released, it did much better than its predecessor. The film went on to make 161 million worldwide against its mere $5 million budget. I'm sorry if I called it mere, but that was just a $5 million budget. So anyway, this was really something. I I did like it just about as much as I did with the first one. But however, its reviews were kind of mixed. Rotten Tomatoes has this at 38%, saying the film is decidedly short on the tension and surprises that made its predecessor so chilling. Well, yes, factually, but it felt eerie in various parts with spine-tingling music. My almost made me have a jump scare, maybe two. I don't scare that easily, but yeah, but it really was. It almost did give me a, but like I said, almost give me a jump scare or two, or maybe three. Anyway, Metacritic has a score of 40, and CinemaScore gave the film an average B plus. In a positive review, The Telegraph stated that the scares are most very scary indeed, and that means the film does its job. Variety praised the artfully eerie cinematography work of John R. Leone and the pervasively unsettling atmosphere constructed by sound designer and editor Joe DeZubin. I agree. I did like how the cinematography looked and what have you, and the atmosphere. Now, then, according to the Variety reviewer Scott Fundes, he further wrote that where so many sequels seem like more remakes of their predecessors with bigger budgets and less imagination, This film feels like a genuine continuation of characters we enjoyed getting to know the first time around and wouldn't at all mind returning again. But conversely, a reviewer for the LA Times comment after the pleasurable free fall into old fashioned nightmare art history that was last summer's The Conjuring. Yes, this just came out right after New Line had released The Conjuring, which of course also directed by James Wan and also starred Patrick Wilson. This busy yet dull sequel feels like one robotically flexing his manipulation of Fright Film signposts and exercise more silly than sinister. Well, not exactly. I still felt it was pretty eerie though. But that's all I'm going to tell you on these reviews. Most of these, like I said, they were mixed and what have you. I did like Joseph Bashara's score for the film. That was really good. James Wan does a great job with his direction and what have you. And I really appreciated that as well. Now, with our cast, we have Patrick Wilson once again back as Josh and Rose Byrne as Renee. And I'm going to say they are both still good, just like last time. Ty Simpkins once again plays Dalton. He's good. And Barbara Hershey's back as Lorraine. I'm going to say they were good. We have Lin Shaye back as Elise. We also have Angus Sampson back as Tucker and Leigh Whannell, who also wrote the film's screenplay and co-wrote the story with Juan as Specs. So I'm going to say I really like that. Now then, now for the and as for the other Lambert kids, Andrew Astor played Foster and Brandon Madison Bowie played Callie. We have Danielle Basili as Michelle Crane, aka Mother Mortis. Yes, pretty eerie and what have you. Tom Fitzpatrick played Old Parker, aka the Bride in Black. Now, Tyler James Griffin played the young version of Parker, and additionally, Patrick Wilson portrays his character possessed by Parker, as a matter of fact. So you gotta know the cast is still good, just like before, with a few new additions and what have you. So, with everything said, Insidious Chapter 2, it's just comes close to being as good as its predecessor after a one-time watch. But I still think it did have a little good eerie feel to it, just like the first film did. So I have to give this credit. James Wan did an exceptionally good job with his direction. Cinematography looked pretty good, and the soloist score was good. So overall, I thought Insidious Chapter 2 was a nice little sequel. But would I recommend it? Well, I'd say if you are a hardcore completionist, a one-time watch would work. Definitely. But this was a first-time watch for me, so who knows if I decide to give this another try. But we'll see. But anyway, I think you might enjoy it. But what did you think of Insidious Chapter 2? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel, get them to know me, and have them be a part of my Big D Nation. You feel free to share my vids with your friends if you like. And maybe that'll get them to know me and come to the Big D Nation. Well, you get the point. Anyway, and next time I'll be bringing to you a review of the first of the two prequels in Insidious Chapter 3. So, if you like this, check out my reviews of the first two installments of the Conjuring films. That would work. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Conjuring, which came out just a few months before this in 2013. The upper right-hand corner is my review of its sequel, The Conjuring 2 from 2016. Or if you'd like some more another fright fest, but in found footage form, check out my review of Paranormal Activity 2 in the bottom left hand corner. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time on the Big D saying, see ya.